Aquarius now. All right. Yeah, because we did, yeah. I went to go take a urination, and that urination made me forget about Aquariuses. I disconnected from Aquarius. Welcome to what it feels like, Aquarius. Let's see what's going on with you, Aquarius. I mean, Libra time is not a bad time. It's air sign, but, lots of new possibilities. What's going on with your love life here? You did pull the Judgment card reversed. So, relationships without meaning are worthless. And, I think that at the same time that you have even judgments about situations that need to be more looked on, that you're almost avoiding. Like, I don't know. And I think that you're also not rising to the calling in your romantic life fully. So maybe your partner's not happy with you. Maybe they're like, what the hell are you you're not showing up. You might be feeling like and maybe you're dating and you're kind of, people are like, are you really there? Or maybe you have a lot of judgments on other people right now, which I would say remove those judgments, because it's almost like you're dealing with partners who don't have judgments and they're helping you reflect to see how many judgments you have. Well, you did pull the to be or not to be card, the perchance to dream. A little Shakespearean energy going on. And, I'll be honest, it's like you don't even know what you want. If you want it or not, to be or not to be, that is the question. You did pull the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. You are stopped on the journey. You're not moving forward at all physically. Like you're actually blocking allowing good things to happen. You're like, I don't know if I really want it. It's almost like you haven't even tasted what you like or not. You're like making all these judgments before you're even seeing what it's like. You're just like enjoying the stop journey of like being suspended in a place of nothingness and nowhere. You pulled the Emperor. You need to take advantage of the identity and what you want in your life. Like you can't just hang back. If things have shown up that, you're not like happy with, then fucking do something about it. If you're feeling empty and like nothing's going anywhere and you start judging everything, like you're never going to be anything but a judge instead of a judge. And that's not a good thing to be in a relationship. You want to empower yourself. Emperor is from empowerment. The empowerment to be able to do it all and to be revered and wanted by people. Not elected, not given by blood, but by inspiring others, by stepping into your true, authentic, and powerful self. The reason why the Judgment reverse came is the Empress. I think that maybe this is like this calling, because the Judgment card is about a calling that's higher than yourself. And how funny that the Judgment in this one is a Barbie doll that's like on a criminal, what would you call it? Picture? Wow, is Barbie really 6'6"? Dang, girl.
Whatever, mugshot.
Mugshot, yeah. Dang, she's tall. I would say that the meaning and the purpose is to build something so beautiful and so great. But if you don't have purpose behind a relationship, and if you don't have putting a meaning behind things, well, you're never going to ever create the ultimate empress that you could be and that you can have and that you can express. So it's almost like, kind of like if you're in a relationship, kind of in an AI bot situation. Like, okay, there's meaning, but it's like just to like say, good night, sweetie, and here's your dinner, or here, I made you dinner, or I'm going to work, or I don't know. Or if you're single, it's kind of like, I don't really know what the purpose is, and you're kind of stuck on this journey of still evaluating your values and stuff, and maybe judgmental values that are kind of pushing people away. I think the Empress is showing up to say, we don't need to push people away, or else we're never going to have the good shit. You did pull the Ten of Swords or upright with that Knight of Pentacles. So I would say that, a lot of this is the same pattern and story, that you feel stuck and you're not moving forward, and that needs to change. Like, this needs to break the cycle. And I think that's only through empowerment, and through the empowerment and seeing and tasting, or getting to the very bottom of, is it to be or is it not to be? It's not a question. It is or it isn't. your overall card that you got is the Taurus card. If I have your ultimate values, the physical touch, the nature, if you can't have all those things and that's not showing up, and the value in yourself and the value of somebody else showing up, and then you don't want to accept it, then you're never going to have anything. And if you're not going to, if you're not going to also give too, right? In the sense of like from what you have, and share from what you have of your truth and the ultimate essence of how you want to build and create things, then nothing's going to happen. And it's not going to be that great of a story. I think that, it's not that bad. I just think that, well, with this Mercury and then coming into Scorpio, like I know that there's a lot of pondering going on right now, but I think that it doesn't have to be so much pondering when it comes to moving ahead into physically seeing, is it yes or no? And making decisions in your life of yes or no. The sun in Gemini in the third house. Yeah, you're all over in your mind. Your environment is changing like intense, but communication is the number one thing in the most extreme way. This is going to be a lot of communication coming to the surface and coming to light, and the environment being extremely clear. I think that you've been pondering over situations, that you've had lots of curiosities, and you've been continually kind of doing your own investigations. Well, all the information is going to come to light, and what are you going to do with it this week?
Right. I think the time is done for asking the questions. I think it's time now to actually compute those questions, so to speak. You've gotten the answers that you need, but are you actually going to process it? Are you actually going to let it? Or are you just going to continue to ask questions like, oh, is this going to work out? Am I that? Are you down or you're not? Are you in or are you out? It's time to make those decisions and actually act on them. Can't just continue to be stagnant. Act on the answers that you've received. Take them for what they are. That individual is who they are, and that truth.
Yeah, because when you sit on the fence, Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall and had a horrible fall. This a fall if you're in a partnership or by yourself, and who's going to be around to want to pick you up all the pieces? That's Aquarius' number one issue, is nobody's around to pick up the pieces when Aquarius go through breakups. So when Aquarius goes through breakups, there's nobody there to help them, because they don't show up when they're in the relationships for other people a lot at all. But when they're single, they do. Oh, yeah. But then we all go through the whole, okay, we were best friends and now you're fucking gone. And then you want to call me 10 years later, now you're my best friend? That shit happens a lot. But we don't hold it against you. We don't hold grudges, Aquarius. We really don't. We love our Aquas very much.
Yeah, we love them so much.
Love them.
Aquas out there, we love you so much.